Today we're going to be weaving a variation of the herringbone weave on an 8x8 plain wooden frame with 1/2 inch flat reed. The reed I get from Peerless Rattan. I will put links to all these websites in the video so that you can get them if you'd like to. Peerless Rattan is a husband and wife team. They're awesome. I always get great quality reed and cane from them. Their customer service is wonderful, always quick to reply to questions, and always very helpful. So the materials you'll need to do this project: just a bucket of warm water, your 1/2 inch flat reed. You usually soak it for about 20 minutes just to get it nice and pliable so that it'll go around the edges of this frame without breaking and being brittle. You'll also need some tacks. I usually get these little fun thumbtacks to kind of start the weave with. I got these on Amazon. A little pair of pliers. A butter knife helps with the weave when it starts to get tight. Some plain staples. A clamp. These are clippers for cutting the reed, and I love these because they're angled clippers, so you can get right up to the edge so that there's no kind of tails coming out. A ruler, because this weave is very particular to needing an odd number of weavers coming down, so the vertical weavers, so that this pattern will be centered in the center of your frame. So always kind of mark it out to make sure that I have an odd number of vertical strands, but then that they're centered in the frame itself. So in my next video, I'll show you how to mark that out and figure that out. And I guess that's it. So my next video, I'll show you how to do the vertical strands, get them all centered in the frame. And then the video after that, we'll do these horizontal strands and we'll make this cool little design. Thanks so much for watching. We're going to be weaving on this 8-inch square frame. We're going to be doing a variation of the herringbone weave. It's actually a pretty cool weave. I can't wait for you to kind of see how the pattern turns out. This weave in particular really requires an odd number of vertical strands. So I'm going to try and map that out ahead of time. You can see where I've marked this bottom rail. I'm going to do the same thing on the top, just to make sure that I'm getting an odd number of vertical strands, but that they're also centered within the frame. And I want to start over here and have a big gap on this side. So just a little marking will kind of help make sure that everything's centered when we're all done. So the actual opening of this frame is 7.5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and mark the center at 3 3/4, just right there. And then go in 1/2 inch increments on each side because I'm using 1/2 inch flat reed. So we're going to do a half inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. And these marks will be covered up, so you don't have to worry about seeing it in your finished project. And if for some reason some of them do show up, you know, it's pencil, so you can very easily erase. So this is half, 1/2. So if say we're going to start weaving my weaves in between these two marks where the 1/2 inch is, that would put me at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. An even number of vertical strands. That won't get us centered. So what I want to try and do is get it down to 13. So if I start, instead of in between these two, if I start in the middle of that one, that will give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 with an even amount of space on each side. So that'll work. So I've been soaking my flat reed in a bucket of water, about 20 minutes in some warm water. Gets it nice and pliable so that it doesn't break when you're wrapping it around the frame. I'm gonna grab a nice long piece. And flat reed kind of has a smooth side and a rough side. So we're gonna see if we can find that smooth side to have showing up. Sometimes you can tell by bending it, if the little hairs pop up, you know that's the rougher side. So this is the smoother side right here. So we're going to take this smooth side and we're going to tack it to the inside of this frame. And I'm going to use this adorable little thumbtack that I found on Amazon. Just kind of fun. More fun than just one of the silver ones. And these are sometimes a little tricky to get in, but perfect. And we're going to take our strand. We're going to line it up with that mark. Same mark down here on the bottom. Just like this. Kind of form it around best you can. And we're going to go round and round. I'm trying to keep everything straight as we go along. Let's see, you're looking pretty straight. It looks pretty good. Okay. So, one thing I love about using natural materials, natural reed, is there is some variation in it because it's a natural material. So this doesn't have enough to go all the way around. So we're going to make sure it's on the back side. I have a clamp here. I'm going to just clamp this to hold it in place. I'm going to use my angled clippers. Give that a clip and grab another strand. And see if we can find that smooth side. The easiest way I have found to do this is just tack these pieces together with just ordinary staples. You can always remove the staples at the end. It's just a quick way to kind of tack things together. And once the weave is done and the reed has dried, it will hold itself together all on its own. So this is just sort of to tack things in place until we get it to that point. So remove this and keep going. Keep things as tight and as straight as we can. I kind of like that little stripe in there. Looks kind of cool. Gives it some character. I know this isn't going to be enough to go all the way around, and you don't want to staple on the front, so we will clamp it to the back, cut it down, and add another piece. I'm always kind of amazed how much reed it takes to cover even a small frame like this. You would think it would just take a couple strands, but it always takes a little bit more than I think it's going to. looking straight. Let's see how many we have. I think just a couple more loops and we'll have it. And then we'll count to make sure we have the odd number that we need. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yay! Okay. So I'm just going to tack this one in place very temporarily until we start weaving, and then that one will weave right into place. Let me grab another tack. Actually, let me just tack it to the top here. Just like that. And when we come back, I'll show you the horizontal weaves and we'll see the design start to take place. Now we get to do the fun part, which is the actual weaving and seeing the design just come into focus. We have all of our vertical strands, which are going to let us kind of weave in and out and under to make the design in the middle. So I'm going to start with 1/2 inch flat reed. I'm going to look for that smooth side. And for this first step, we're going to go under the first one, over the next 3, under 2, over 1, under 2, over 3, and then under that last one. I'm going to pull that through. And we need to anchor this side, so we want enough to go around the back. And on the back, I'm just going to do just a simple herringbone weave, just because it weaves up pretty quickly. So on this side, I'm going to do, let's see, if I want it to end up underneath this one. So we're going to do under 1, over 3, under 3, over 3, under 3. So let's do under 3, over 3, under 3, over 3, and under this one, and just kind of tacks everything in place. So bring a little, it hides that end. There we go. Always takes a little figuring out when you first get started, and then it all comes together pretty nicely. Okay, so there's that first, and then we're going to go under here. This was under 1, so now we're going to go under 2, over 3, under 3, over 3, and under 2. Pull it through, snug it up. Perfect. All right, and then step 2, this one is going to be under 2, over 3, under 3, over 3, and then under those last 2. And then pull it through, snug it up, pull it tight. Perfect, just like that. And then this one we'll just take over as far as we can. And then I'll show you how to add another strand. So we went under 2, so this is under 3, over 3, probably about as far as I'm going to take it. Sometimes those staples get in the way a bit. Just pull this tight. So for this, we don't need a staple. We're just going to take our next strand, find that smooth side. So this is going to be under 3. And we're just going to put it, just overlap it underneath these strands where it's hidden, and then start from there. So over 3 and under that last one. Snug it up, and again, as the bead dries, it'll tighten and it'll hold everything in place very nicely. Okay, so step 3 is under 3, over 3, under 1, oops, under 3, over 3, I could tell it wasn't centered, under 1, over 3, under 3. Sometimes you can tell as you go along, like, it's not really symmetrical. You have to just kind of go back and figure out. Usually it's where I've made a mistake counting. Okay. So we've done under 3, so this time we're going to go over 1, under 3, over 3, under 3, over 3. Fourth one is going to be over 1, under 3, over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, under 3, and over that last one. Nice and tight. Take this tack out now, because it'll hold as I weave it. So this time it's going to be over 2, under 3, over 3, under 3, over 2. And you can kind of see that just regular herringbone shape coming into view here. Okay, this is the 5th strand. Over 2, under 3, over 3, under 3, over those last 2. So this you can sort of see is the herringbone pattern. just changes in the middle. And we'll keep going the same pattern on this side. So we went over 2, this time we're going to go over 3, under 3, over 3, under 3, and over that last one. Okay, let's see if we have enough to go around one more time. Yep, we do. Okay. The 6th row is going to be over 3, under 3, over 1, under 3, over 3. So we did over 3. Now it's time to repeat the pattern. Go under 1, over 3, under 3, over 3, under 3, and don't worry about these little tails here. We'll clean all that up at the end so it looks nice and neat. Sometimes it just gets caught on the overlap. Okay, so I'm going to trim this back. So where the angled clippers come in nice, because you can kind of get right up to that edge. Grab another piece. There's that smooth side. But we're going to overlap it right there. And this is number 7, so we're going to go over 1, no, excuse me, under 1, over 3, under 5, struggling with this one a little bit. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want it to come up right here. Over 3 and under that last one. Scooch it up. Make everything nice and tight. Okay, under 1, so now it's under 2, over 3, under 3, pull it through. Is going to be over 3, under 3, over 1, under 3, and over 3. Okay, did under under 2, so now we're going to do under 3, over 3, over 3, scooch it up, tighten it up. Okay, this is going to be over 2, under 3, over 3, under 3, and over those last 2. Okay, so we did under 3, so we're going to repeat the pattern, go over 1, under 3, over 3, under 3, over 3. Oh, that is going to be too short, just barely. So let's cut this back to here. And grab another piece. Shouldn't need too many more pieces. Coming down the home stretch. So this is under 3, so we're gonna overlap it on the underside. Just kind of hides that tail in there. It's kind of a cool little trick. Over 3, perfect. Okay, we are on this is going to go over 1, under 3, over 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, under 3, and over that last one. And scooch it up. Wrap it around. I'm going to go over 2, under 3, over 3, under 3, and over. Under 3, over 3, under 1, over 3, under 3. Sometimes I use just kind of a butter knife to help get that through. Okay, a couple more strands, or a couple more passes, I should say. Over 3, under 3, over 3, under 3. Under 2, over 3, a little tight. over 3 under those last 2. Through. Under 1, over 3, under 3. I feel like I keep sliding this way. Over 3. Under 3. And then this one is going to be over 1, under 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I have that backwards. Under 1. Over 3. Okay, I got you now. Under 5. Struggling with this one. Can't quite find it under there. There it is. Thank goodness for the butter knife. Over 3. I'm just getting a little split there, so I'm just gonna cut that off. Under that last one. So let's see. I have 13 going down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if you want to even it out, you can, so that it's the same amount of space. I probably could have marked the side rails too. Probably will do that the next time I do it, but it's pretty easy to just kind of shift things into place just to get it nice and even and symmetrical on your frame. And then I'll show you how to clean up the back side just to get it all nice and tidy. I think it's pretty good. And then we'll just end this one. And this is going to be getting really quite tight. So we'll just go over as far as we can. 2, 3. Like to end it on this one if I can. If I can finagle it in there. closer you get to the rail, the tighter it gets. There it is. See if I can convince it to come out a little further so I can nab it. There it is. Pull that through. We'll cut it off right here so the end's nice and hidden. And clean up all these little hairs. Again, it's a natural material, natural fiber, so it's going to have little fibers that come out. So let's tackle these two staples that we can still see. So I just have a little pair of small pliers. I'm just going to work that staple out and then trim this little tail back. Okay, so it's nice and hidden, and we'll do the same thing with this one. Grab my pliers. This one's in a little bit tighter, so let's see. Sometimes you need to kind of push down. There we go. So all the tails are cut off, staples are gone. And this is your design. It's a variation of the herringbone design. Just has that cool little square in the middle. I love it. I hope you enjoyed this project, and there'll be more to come. Thank you so much.